Chapter 23. Return to Indraprastha. When Arjuna returned to Indraprastha with Subhadra as his new wife, Draupadi was not pleased. Although Draupadi loved all her husbands, Arjuna held an especially dear place in her heart. Subhadra approached Draupadi with humility. She apologized for Arjuna's indiscretions and promised to do everything she could to make amends. Draupadi was mollified and eventually forgave Arjuna and Subhadra. She accepted them both, and she became close friends with Subhadra. Subhadra eventually gave birth to a son named Abhimanyu. He was the favorite of his uncle Krishna and quickly became a skilled warrior, undergoing training with each of the Pandava brothers. In time, Draupadi also gave birth to 5 children: Prativandya, Sutasoma, Shrutakama, Satanika, and Shrutasena. They became known as the Upa-Pandavas. Krishna remained close friends with Arjuna, and he spent much of his time in Indraprastha. One day, Krishna and Arjuna were walking along the river when they were approached by a Brahmin who asked for help. "How would you like us to help you?" asked Arjuna. "I am extremely hungry," said the Brahmin, "and my hunger can only be sated by consuming the Pandava forest and everything in it." The Brahmin revealed himself to be Agni, the god of fire. The Pandava forest had over the years become a nest for thieves and murderers. Agni had tried many times to consume the forest, but the forest was protected by Indra, the king of the gods. Each time Agni set the forest ablaze, Indra sent down rain to put out the fire. Arjuna and Krishna agreed to help Agni. "But if we are to fight Indra, we would need special weapons," said Arjuna. Agni summoned the water god, who provided Arjuna with the Gandhava, the most powerful bow in the world, and 2 quivers that never ran out of arrows. He also provided Arjuna with a golden chariot pulled by 4 white horses. To Lord Krishna, he provided the Sudarshana Chakra, a divine discus that could cut through anything. With his protectors suitably armed, Agni set the forest ablaze. But it was not long before the situation was brought to Indra's attention. Chapter 24. Fire God. The fire god Agni, in his blazing form, began to consume the Pandava forest. Due to his friendship with the Naga, Takshaka, who resided in the forest with his clan, Indra, the king of the gods, had sworn to protect the forest. Indra sent down showers of rain to put out the fire, but Agni was protected by Arjuna and Lord Krishna. Agni had also armed his protectors with celestial weapons. Arjuna released thousands of arrows with his Gandhava bow, which warded off the rain. Lord Krishna blocked off the forest so that Agni could complete his meal. Furious, Lord Indra raised a violent storm with billowing clouds and howling gales. The storm rendered Arjuna unconscious for a few moments. This allowed some creatures to escape. When Arjuna recovered, he aimed his arrows straight at Lord Indra. Indra retaliated with thunder and lightning. Arjuna invoked a mantra and released the Vayava missile, which dispelled the clouds. The sun shone through, and Agni continued his blazing feast. Further enraged, Lord Indra increased the force of his attack. He amassed a number of gods and attacked the protectors of Agni directly. But they were no match for the combined power of Lord Krishna and Arjuna. The gods accompanying Indra scattered, and Lord Indra pressed on with his attack alone. Suddenly Indra heard a voice. "Pandava forest is fated to burn. Know Lord Krishna and the Prince Arjuna to be invincible. Turn back and return to your abode." Indra withdrew, and Lord Krishna and Arjuna let out a triumphant roar. As Agni continued his feast, a mysterious figure ran out of the forest towards Arjuna. "Protect me, dear prince. Save me." Arjuna agreed and granted the Asura asylum. Agni completed his meal, and the infested forest was reduced to ashes. Lord Indra returned and paid homage to Lord Krishna and Arjuna. He was impressed with Arjuna's great skill and offered him a wish for anything he desired. Arjuna asked Indra for various celestial weapons. "When Lord Shiva's grace falls upon you, I shall give you all my weapons," replied Indra, and then he departed. Then the Asura, who was rescued by Arjuna, spoke out. "I am Mayasura, the architect of the Asuras. I also wish to serve you in some way." "Grant your wish to Lord Krishna," replied Arjuna. "What is your wish, my lord?" asked Mayasura. Lord Krishna smiled and replied, "Build a palace for Yudhishthir, and let it be one that all men marvel at." Chapter 25. Palace of Illusion. Grateful for being rescued by the Prince Arjuna, and at the request of Lord Krishna, Mayasura, the architect of the Asuras, began construction of a magnificent palace for King Yudhishthira. When the palace was completed, it was named Mayasabha. It was a wondrous architectural marvel, known for its illusionary design. The walls were encrusted with precious jewels and gems. The floors looked like flowing water, and in other areas, pools of water looked like floors. Some walls appeared to have doors that were actually an illusion, while other walls that appeared smooth actually had doors that were invisible to the eye. Special guests and dignitaries from far and wide came to the palace to admire the breathtaking wonders. One day, sage Narada visited Yudhishthira. He informed the king of the unfulfilled wish of his father, King Pandu. Pandu was to perform the Rajasuya Yagna, which would have made him the king of all Kshatriyas, effectively becoming the king of the world. Pandu passed before he could fulfill this desire. As the eldest son, it now fell to Yudhishthira to fulfill his father's dream. Sage Narada advised him it was the right time to begin preparations for the ceremony. Yudhishthira was conflicted. In order to perform the Rajasuya Yagna, he would need the support of all other Kshatriyas, the leaders, kings and princes. He sought the counsel of Lord Krishna in the matter. "You are qualified for the position, Yudhishthira," said Lord Krishna. "You are a wise and just king. But there is one who would stand in your way, King Jarasandha of Magadha. He will attempt to obstruct the Yagna. He has conquered many kingdoms and has imprisoned 99 Kshatriyas, which he intends to sacrifice to his deity. Many of the other Kshatriyas support him out of fear." "What do you propose we do in this situation, my lord?" inquired Yudhishthira. "Jarasandha will have to be defeated, and the imprisoned kings freed. Arjuna, Bhim, and I will travel to Magadha. We shall challenge Jarasandha to a duel with one of us. Jarasandha's great ego will force him to choose Bhim, and Bhim will surely defeat him in combat." Yudhishthira reluctantly agreed, and the trio set off for Magadha. Upon arrival in the kingdom, they were immediately brought to the attention of Jarasandha. "What is the meaning of this? Why are you here?" demanded Jarasandha. Lord Krishna informed Jarasandha of Yudhishthira's intention to perform the Rajasuya Yagna. "You are all that stands in his way. Your imprisonment of the kings goes against all dharma, and as such, you must be defeated. We challenge you to combat, and you may choose any of the three of us as your match." Jarasandha was a magnificent wrestler, and as Lord Krishna predicted, his great ego made him choose Bhim. The challenge began, and raged on for 13 days. Many times Bhim whirled Jarasandha above his head and slammed him to the ground, but Jarasandha always recovered and continued the match. Eventually Bhim grabbed the feet of Jarasandha and tore him in two. But even this did not end the battle, as Jarasandha had a secret.
Thank you for watching so far. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're new here, please subscribe. This will ensure that more people can find this resource. Click the notification button so that you can be the first to know about new uploads. And please do comment below. I'll do my best to reply to any questions. Thank you.